Coming up on this playoff edition of Inside the Huddle, we take a look back at the Saints' tough playoff defeat, plus look ahead to a bright future for Saints football. And we rewind the 2014 season with the plays of the year. It's all next on Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica. Hello and welcome to the playoff edition of Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica, your inside look at the Saints football program. I'm your host, Angie Avestris, coming to you from Collegeville, Minnesota, where the Saints face St. John's in the first round of the Division III football playoffs.
Thanks, Angie. We're here at Collegeville. A great season for Saints Scholastica, and Coach Rambler, congratulations on a great season. Today, took a little bump, played a great team from St. John's, 35-7. Didn't quite turn out the way you wanted, but right there at the end of the first half, 14-zip, your team was playing well. That first drive, you came out very powerful. Tell us a little bit about the steps you took opening kickoff. Yeah, that first drive, we were marching, had Big Daddy momentum on our side. We really were able to come off the ball and hit some good creases. Tyler Harper made some great plays with his feet. We were right there. We're right there. A couple different breaks in this game, and it could have gone either way. And I got to tell you, I'm so proud of the seniors and their effort. And today, the way they played was incredible. Preston Robinson, your running back from Northfield, another great game and a very impressive highlight touchdown to put you guys on the board. He's had a great impact this year, hasn't he? Yeah, he really has. He's really grown. He's gotten better each game and each week. And, the upperclassmen have taken him under their wing, and he's also really asserted himself. He had a great first year and could be incredible going forward. Offensively, you had times where you moved the ball pretty well, but it's up against the great Johnny defense. Jerry Hogan, the great coordinator there, who's done a phenomenal job over the years, really put together a nice defensive package against you. Tyler had a little bit of a tough game throwing the ball as well, but overall, how did you feel offensively the day went? Well, it was a bit of a struggle. That's a really good defense, and we hit a few plays. We had some good things, but we didn't capitalize on a couple opportunities where we had some guys open, or it was a tough day. We'll be all right. Yeah, Tyler, had a tough day throwing the ball as well, and that's partly a credit to the defense. But at the same time, Tyler has been a 4-year contributor to this offense, to this team. What kind of impact has Tyler had for you as a coach, especially coming in your first year having a veteran quarterback to run the team? Yeah, it's been incredible. Tyler's an absolute leader. He's really been our program. He's been at the helm for 3 years, and we wouldn't be here without Tyler. And the plays he made all year long, his leadership, the throws, and some of the runs he's made this season, he is just a superstar player, and we're really going to miss him. Xavier Rhodes, the defensive back from South St. Paul, had an incredible game. He'll be back next year for you as well. What kind of impact has he had on your team this year? Well, same thing. Xavier's has been a stalwart player for us, has been there every week, making plays, directing traffic. And, we've got a lot of returners. We're going to really miss the seniors. But Xavier and a few other guys are going to be coming back next year ready to go. A little bit of emotion today, more than you would normally have, coming back to a place that you set a lot of records and had quite a career at St. John's. I have to ask you, what was it like knowing that Coach John Gallardi, the greatest coach in the history of college football, was up there watching you coach here at St. John's? That was amazing. I got to tip my hat to John Gallardi, the best coach in the history of college football. Just talked to him a little bit after the game, actually, and just thank him for everything. I think, it's great to play at a program like we played when we were making the playoffs every year, and John just a real father figure and a real positive influence in my life. It was great to see the camaraderie, the Johnny coaches coming over and talking as old friends get together and then go out on the field and really compete in a playoff game. What a great season you've had. It didn't turn out the way we wanted today, 35-7, but you had a good step forward for the program, and I know you guys will come back with a vengeance next year. Congratulations, Coach, on a great season. Thanks a lot, and I think you hit the nail on the head. Back to you, Angie.
This week, a defensive expert passes along some tips for becoming a shutdown defense. That's next on Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica. Inside the Huddle is brought to you by the College of St. Scholastica, offering personal tours for prospective students anytime, including at Health Career Day on Friday, December 5th. Register at visit.css.edu because the world needs more Saints.
The education here at St. Scholastica, it's top notch. The teachers, they're very approachable. Small class sizes. Education, it was hard to get used to at first when I came in as a freshman, but it's gone nothing but up.
Education is definitely first, football is second. The coaches preach that too. We have study tables for players who are struggling, and anyone can join if you want to get extra work and find quiet time.
The education here, I'd say no matter what sport it is, it's the forefront. I know for us personally, we have certain standards that if you're not meeting those standards in GPA, showing up to class, you're not going to play. You're going to get suspended. And I mean, it's not tough. I mean, you came here to go to college, you came here to get an education. You're students first. We're not on athletic scholarships here. We're here to play football for fun. So my personal experience with the academics, I think, has been pretty great. I know, I'd say 9 out of 10 professors I've had know my first name, after the first couple of weeks.
The type of education you get here is second to none. They place a lot of emphasis on education and academics, and that's real important. So here, you get the best of both worlds. You get a winning tradition in athletics, and then in the classroom, you get the best academic possible.
The school itself has been really cool. Went from being kind of intimidated the first couple weeks. Once I settled down, all the teachers I've had have been really good. It's kind of the smaller classroom size have been beneficial to me. Helps you can walk up to the teacher and often they'll call them by a first name basis, and they're more than willing to help you with anything. They want you to succeed. They don't want you to sneak behind or fall behind the wayside. They really want the best for you as well.
Coaches, they're checking classes, making sure we're going to class. They care about our education too. They know that, after this, we're not going pro. We're here to get an education and have some fun along the way. So I'd say definitely here at St. Scholastica, academics is put first.
Welcome back to Inside the Huddle with St. Scholastica. From Collegeville, Minnesota for the Saints' first round matchup in the NCAA football playoffs, I'm your host, Angie Avestris. Each episode here on the show, we bring you inside the Saints football program to see the game through the players and the coaches. This week, a defensive expert passes along some tips for becoming a shutdown defense.
Hi, my name is George Penry. I'm the defensive coordinator and linebacker coach here at CSS. Today I have
Jared Moran, St. Michael Albertville High School.
Alex Mangan, Egan High School.
And today we're going to teach how we teach tackling here at CSS. So I have these two gentlemen. These two guys are linebackers for me. So today I'm going to take you guys through a 3-part process of how we teach tackling. So Jared and Alex, they're going to face each other. The first part of the drill is we want to teach a proper tackling fit. So Jared's going to open his arms, okay? Alex is going to drop his hips, all right? His helmet, his head is up, his helmet's going to be to the side, okay? His shoulders are going to be low and his elbows are going to be tucked, all right? And on the set hit, all right, this is a proper fit. He's going to learn how to, and he's going to practice how to finish through a tackle, snapping his hips, and he's also going to run his feet. So on the set hit, I want to see you pick him up and then finish through the tackle. Set, hit. Good. Then the second part of the drill, all right, is now Alex. He'll be the ball carrier. Jared, he'll be the tackler, okay? So Jared, get a fit, all right? Jared, come on up and get a fit, okay? So Jared's going to grab cloth. This is very important. All right, we teach our guys how to grab cloth because in the end, all right, we want to take the ball carrier down, all right? So here's how we teach this. So here we go, set, hit. All right, very good. Okay, now they're going to come back together, all right, and they're going to get a yard apart, all right, a yard or two. The second part about proper tackling technique, safe tackling technique, is to make sure that we shimmy our feet down, all right, so that we can approach the ball carrier with proper head placement, proper leverage, and be able to finish through the tackle. All right, so this is called shimmy to fit. This is the second part of the drill. All right, so Alex is going to shimmy his feet, all right, and then once he gets to Jared, he's going to get in that fit position. So here we go, set, hit. Boom, good. Now Alex is going to back up, Now Jared's going to go shimmy to fit. Set, hit. Good, okay? So right there we've taught the second part of tackling, all right, which is the approach to the ball carrier. We always want to have a nice wide base, widen and quicken our feet, all right, and shimmy down so if the ball carrier breaks right or breaks left, we can properly redirect, all right, and then be able to make the tackle. Now the third part of the progression is now we put it all together. So we've taught you guys the fit, okay, we've taught you guys how to approach a tackle. Now we're going to shimmy, fit, finish through the tackle. Okay, so Alex is first, all right? So on the set hit, he's going to shimmy, then he's going to finish through, all right, and finish the tackle, grabbing cloth. Ready, set, hit. Good. And then he'll properly place him on the ground. Again, proper head placement, head safety, okay? That's something that we preach constantly with our guys. We think that we're the safest program in all of America, okay? So here we go. Set, hit. Very good. So those are the drills that we teach early in camp. Also teach those drills during our spring practices, okay? And then we continue with those fundamentals throughout the year. So it's something that we really believe in as Coach Rambler's program, is that number one, our guys are safe. Number two, we play great defense. Thank you.
Coming up, we preview what lies ahead and the bright future for the Saints football program. And we rewind the 2014 season with the plays of the year. That's next on Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica. Inside the Huddle is brought to you by the College of Saints Scholastica, now accepting applications for fall 2015 first-time students. Apply online at apply.css.edu. Welcome back to Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica. I'm your host, Angie Avestris. It has been a great season for the Saints, who won their 4th straight UMAC Conference Championship with a perfect 10-0 regular season record. Let's take a look back at the many great moments this season. Coming up, we preview what lies ahead and the bright future for the Saints football program. That's next on Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica. Inside the Huddle is brought to you by the College of Saints Scholastica, now accepting applications for fall 2015 first-time students. Apply online at apply.css.edu. Welcome back to Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica. I'm your host, Angie Avestris. The Saints season came to a disappointing end in the playoffs with a tough loss to St. John's in Collegeville. It capped another standout season that provides many positives for the Saints heading into the offseason. Todd Foltz caught up with the head coach to break down the year and what lies ahead.
Thanks, Angie. Back with Coach Rambler. Disappointing loss today, 35-7 in the NCAA playoffs, but the team itself had a great season. And as we look towards next year, there's a lot of good things happening. Mainly right out of the gate, you're in your 4th straight year of the national playoffs. You join an elite crew of teams that have made it that far. St. Thomas went 4 years in a row. St. John's went 5 years in a row and 6 years in a row, including 11 of the last 12 back in the late 80s and 90s, which we know you were a part of in early 2000. So you're in a unique group there. How does that feel for your program?
Well, it's there's no guarantees. We're going to have to do a lot of work to get back next year, but we love the fact that that's part of what we do every year. We win the conference and we go to the national playoffs. We're proud of that our seniors played in 4 playoff games, and we're dedicated, the players and the coaches, taking that next step. And today I think we took one. We came really close to pulling it off today. We just got to get a little better, have a better off season. Fired up to hit the ground recruiting, but we're right there and plan on keeping that streak going as long as we can.
Tremendous amount of momentum with this program, as we've seen all year. A lot of publicity. Sister Lisa in the news quite a bit right now. Your kicking coach, Mike Deisman, leaving, kind of falls on her hands now. She's going to have to fill that spot with one of the kickers you have in-house or one of the new recruits you bring in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a guy came in and kicked from day one. Sister Lisa maybe can make some recruiting calls, but she's an incredible coach, an incredible influence on our team, and that's one of the spots where boy, it could be a great opportunity for somebody.
Quarterback position wide open next year. Tyler Leaves, of course, one of the great quarterbacks in the conference. And you'll have a bunch of kids coming in. You'll have some new recruits as well. A little bit about your offense. How quickly can a kid pick up your passing offense?
It's really quarterback friendly. I think you saw that this year. Tyler Harper having the best year of his career. It's built around the quarterback. So whatever the quarterback can do, we try to make it fit that guy. Tyler called a fair amount of his plays this year. I think as we get better with the program, the quarterback, depending upon the quarterback, will call even more of his own plays. So yeah, that's a spot where we got some good players coming back, some great ones, but they wouldn't be surprised there as well if the right signal caller shows up, if he competes for that spot.
Coach Penry on the defensive side has some holes to fill. Who do you see stepping into some of them spots?
Well, that's one of the big things. Blake Cedarleaf, our All-American D lineman, has taken off, graduating, and we're going to need some really good D linemen to come in and compete. Now, again, we've got some great players coming back. It's part of being the great program that we are, but really good opportunity. If folks are looking for a place where they can win a conference championship every year and compete in the national playoffs and get a great education, we'll be out talking to them soon.
Coach Rambler, final thoughts on the year and kind of moving forward.
Well, I just got to say how proud I am of the seniors. Absolutely incredible careers for them to have done what they've done, not only in terms of wins and losses, but also the way that they did it. So proud of those guys. That's Saints football. And of course, we're fired up for next year, hoping to continue doing what we're doing.
Coach, you've had a fantastic year. There's big things ahead for you. I know we're going to be in the same spot down the road, talking NCAA playoffs, so we wish you the absolute best. Congratulations on a great season. Saints lose today 35-7, but big things ahead for Saints football.
That will do it for this season's final edition of Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica, your weekly look inside the Saints football program. To follow the football program and all Saints sports, visit csssaints.com. For Todd Foltz and Coach Rambler, I'm Angie Avestris. Thanks for joining us on Inside the Huddle with Saints Scholastica.